Bounce rate is one of the key factors that Google looks at when it decides if it should rank your website or not. But what is bounce rate? So bounce rate is the percentage of visitors to a particular website who navigate away from the site after only viewing one page. Hi, this is Vishal Khalia from Fashion Marketing, and in this video, I'm going to show you 8 ways that you can reduce the bounce rate of a website, and also going to share one instance where having a higher bounce rate is actually not a bad thing. So keep watching. So number 1 is decrease page load time. As you can see in the chart below, if it takes about 4 seconds for a page to upload, your bounce rate is almost at 25%. And with every second increase in the page load time, your bounce rate goes up about 4 to 5%. So I use a free tool called Pingdom, Pingdom, to actually calculate what is the page load time for each of my pages. Then in order to reduce the page load time, I use a CDN network called Cloudflare. So CDN is a content delivery network. You should also use one of these. There are multiple ones available. So use that, and that will actually help you decrease the page load time. So number 2 is remove unnecessary plugins. So if you're using WordPress or Shopify, and in the beginning when you're setting up your website, we have a habit of adding a lot of different plugins. So reduce and delete the plugins that you are not using for your website, because every time a site is loaded, all those plugins get loaded along with the site, and it will actually make your page heavy. Number 3 is image size. So a lot of time I've seen websites, they will upload like PNG images of 1 megabyte, and especially if you have an e-commerce website and on your product page, you're showing 4 to 5 different images, and if each image is 1 megabyte, it will increase your page load time. So use a site called compressjpeg.com and compress all the web images that you already have, and you don't need to have like a very high resolution PNG images. So your JPEG images about 40 to 50 kilobytes is also good enough. So use those to decrease the image size, and this will actually help you reduce your bounce rate. Minimize and target content on the page. Don't use too much stuff like on the sidebar, pop-ins, pop-ups. Only show the content that is absolutely necessary for the user to take the action that you want them to take. Make content above the fold kick ass. So people are lazy, they will bounce back if they don't really see what they're actually looking for. So if you have an e-commerce page, show the key images, pricing and the size above the fold, so user doesn't have to scroll to see that stuff. If you have a blog, show the key statistics or some information on a chart that you think that will engage your user and actually make them stay on your site longer and scroll down and even reach your blog. Internal links. Link internally from your blog post to another blog post, or even from your e-commerce post to other products, because if the user lands on a page and maybe that's not exactly what they're looking for, and if you have internal links, they might click on the internal link and go to another page and might find content that they're looking for, and this will also reduce your bounce rate. Add images. If your content has too much text, people would get bored. Add images, and it will create your page in such a way that at least one image is available on the screen when user is viewing it. So if you have an e-commerce website, make sure you have multiple images above the fold, or if you have a blog, at least show one image when the customer lands on your page. It could be a chart or some graph or some infographics, whatever that could be. Target the right customer. This is extremely critical. A lot of time I have seen people run advertisement like Facebook ads or Google ads to bring the customer to the site, and they're trying to cast such a huge net to bring too many people on your site. So if you target a customer who's not really your target audience, but you make them land on a page, they will come to the page and that's not what they're looking for. They will bounce right back. So what is that one instance when having a high bounce rate is actually not a bad thing? So those comes in, so let's say in this case, for example, let's say if user is looking for how to reduce bounce rate for your website, and I have a blog post that actually answers this question. So users search for a query in Google, they'll land on my blog page, and now they have spent 3 to 5 minutes consuming that content. So Google perceives that as the person was looking for something, they landed on this page, and they have actually spent time consuming that content, and when they have bounced back, it actually doesn't put it as a negative thing for you because consumer found what they were looking for. This is the only one of these cases if a user lands on your site and actually has spent significant amount of time on that page, which means they found what they were looking for. in that case, having a high bounce rate is actually not a bad thing. It's a bad thing when customer landed on your site and within 2 to 3 seconds, they bounce back, and then they went in Google and wherever they searched the organic search results, they actually clicked on the second or the third item in the organic search to find the similar content. That is when Google thinks that the person landed on your site, they did not find what they're looking for, so they went on the next result to find the answer to the question that they were looking for. So hi, this is Vishal Kalia from Fashion Marketing, and if you like our video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have another ways that you use to reduce your bounce rate, please leave them in the form of a comment so all of us can learn together. And please do subscribe to my channel. I'm going to drop a link right here, keep you notified when the next video is up. So thank you very much for your time and have a wonderful day.